What if I told you that there are foods that never expire? Yes, you heard that right. Imagine opening a jar of honey or a bag of rice, years or even decades from now, and it's still as good as the day you stored it. Sounds impossible, right? Well, no, it is not. But here's the twist. Some of these foods might already be sitting in your pantry, while others are surprising essentials that could be the key to surviving any emergency. In this video, we're revealing 15 foods that never expire. Not only will you learn which foods you should always keep stocked, but we'll also uncover some shocking facts about why these foods can literally outlast you. From ancient preservation techniques that are still used today to modern survival essentials, we'll take you on a journey that could change the way you think about food storage forever. So, stay tuned till the end, because you won't want to miss this list of long-lasting staples. So if you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a life-saving tip. Think about it. What if you wake up one day to find store shelves empty, or worse, you can't even get to a store? Natural disasters, supply chain breakdowns, or economic crises can strike at any moment, leaving us vulnerable to food shortages. This is where stockpiling becomes more than just a precaution. It's a lifeline. Whether it's an unexpected power outage, a storm that leaves you stranded, or even rising food prices, having a well-prepared stockpile gives you security, peace of mind, and, most importantly, time. This provides you with the necessary time to respond, adapt, and safeguard your family. And the best part? Some foods can last a lifetime if stored properly. These are not just items you'll use in an emergency, but also reliable staples that help you save money over time. Think about it. A small investment today can sustain you for years, or even decades. So, before you shrug off the idea of stockpiling, ask yourself this. Wouldn't you rather be ready for the unexpected than caught off guard? Number 1. Honey. Let's start with a food that has stood the test of time. Honey. This golden liquid has been found in ancient tombs, still perfectly edible after thousands of years. But how is that even possible? The secret lies in honey's unique composition. It has a low moisture content and is highly acidic, which creates a hostile environment for bacteria and microorganisms. This natural preservation method means honey doesn't just last for years. It can remain safe to eat for centuries, and it's not just about longevity. Thanks to its antibacterial properties, honey's uses extend beyond food, serving as a natural remedy for wounds and infections for centuries. From ancient civilizations to modern-day survivalists, honey has earned its place as an essential item in any stockpile. But remember, while honey may never spoil, it can crystallize over time. Don't worry though, just warm it up, and it's good as new. Number 2. White rice. Before we move on to other foods, let's talk about something that's likely sitting in your pantry already. White rice. While brown rice may be healthier, it's the white variety that has the power to last for decades. But why is that? The secret lies in how it's processed. White rice has the outer husk, bran, and germ removed, leaving behind a refined grain that can last for up to 30 years when stored properly. The absence of oils in white rice, which are present in brown rice, means there's nothing to go rancid over time. Just think about it. 30 years from now, you could still be enjoying a bowl of rice from the same bag you store today. It's an essential, versatile food that you can use in countless recipes, from soups to stir-fries. And when sealed in airtight containers and kept cool and dry, white rice remains a cornerstone of any long-term food stockpile. Number 3. Salt. Next, let's talk about one of the oldest food preservatives in history, salt. From ancient civilizations to modern kitchens, salt has been an essential part of life. But did you know that salt never goes bad? Salt is a mineral, which means it doesn't spoil or degrade over time. In fact, it's been used for thousands of years to preserve other foods, like meats and fish, because it draws out moisture and prevents bacteria from growing. This makes salt not just a seasoning, but a key survival tool. And it's not just about flavor. Salt can also be used for medicinal purposes, cleaning, and even bartering in times of crisis. With its limitless shelf life and versatility, there's no question that salt is a must-have in any stockpile. Number 4. Dried beans. Before we dive into the next item, let's consider a food that's both nutritious and long-lasting: dried beans. Packed with protein and fiber, dried beans are a survival staple with the power to last indefinitely. Dried beans have low moisture content, which is key to their incredible shelf life. Stored in a cool, dry place, they can last up to 30 years, or even longer. What's more, beans are a complete protein when paired with grains like rice, making them a valuable food source in emergency situations. From soups to stews, beans can be transformed into countless dishes. And with such a long shelf life, they offer peace of mind that you'll always have a nutritious option in your stockpile. Number 5. Sugar. Now, let's sweeten things up with a food that's always handy: sugar. Whether you're baking, preserving fruits, or just needing a bit of sweetness in your tea, sugar is one food you can always rely on to last forever. Like salt, sugar's lack of moisture is what keeps it from spoiling. As long as it's kept dry and away from pests, sugar will never go bad. This makes it an essential ingredient not only for food preservation, but also for creating comfort foods during tough times. White, brown, powdered. It doesn't matter. As long as it's stored in an airtight container, sugar will be a faithful part of your pantry for years to come. Number 6. Vinegar. Before we dive into the next food, let's take a look at something that's both a kitchen staple and a survival essential: vinegar. Used for cooking, cleaning, and even preserving other foods, vinegar has an indefinite shelf life. Thanks to its high acidity, vinegar creates an environment where bacteria can't survive. Whether it's white vinegar, apple cider vinegar, or balsamic, as long as it's sealed and stored properly, vinegar will never expire. Plus, its versatility extends beyond the kitchen. From cleaning surfaces to soothing insect bites, vinegar is one of those must-have items in any well-prepared household. Number 7. Pure maple syrup. Before we move on, let's take a closer look at a sweet treat that can last a lifetime: pure maple syrup. Just like honey, pure maple syrup, when stored correctly, never expires. The secret to its long shelf life is its sugar content. As long as it's stored in an airtight container and kept cool, pure maple syrup won't spoil. Even if it starts to crystallize, just heat it up, and it's good as new. Whether you're using it to sweeten pancakes or as a natural sugar substitute in recipes, maple syrup is one of those foods that's as delicious as it is durable. Number 8. Powdered milk. Let's discuss a food that often goes unnoticed: powdered milk, before moving on to the next topic. While fresh milk may spoil quickly, powdered milk can last for years, sometimes even decades. Powdered milk is a practical solution for long-term food storage because it has almost all of the moisture removed. This dehydration process gives it an extended shelf life as long as it's stored in a cool, dry place. Whether you need it for baking, cooking, or just as a milk substitute in an emergency, powdered milk is a versatile and essential item to have on hand. Plus, it's lightweight and easy to store, making it a perfect addition to any emergency stockpile. Number 9. Hard liquor. Next up, let's dive into something a bit unexpected: hard liquor. Whether it's vodka, whiskey, or rum, these spirits have an indefinite shelf life when stored properly. Why? Because alcohol is a natural preservative. Hard liquor doesn't spoil or age once it's bottled, so you can store it for as long as you need. And it's not just for drinking. Hard liquor can be used for cooking, disinfecting, and even as a barter item in a crisis. Just keep the bottles tightly sealed and you'll have a resource that can last a lifetime, making it one of the most versatile items in any stockpile. Number 10. Cornstarch. Before we move on, let's talk about a kitchen essential that's often taken for granted: cornstarch. This simple ingredient is not only useful for thickening sauces and soups, but also has an incredibly long shelf life. Since cornstarch is made from pure starch and has no moisture content, it can last indefinitely if stored in a dry, airtight container. That makes it a must-have in any pantry, whether you're using it for baking or cooking during an emergency. It's a small item, but one that can be used in a pinch for a variety of recipes, and even as a substitute for other ingredients. Number 11. Dried pasta. Before we move on, let's consider a food that's as comforting as it is long-lasting. Dried pasta. This pantry staple is a go-to for meals, and the best part? It can last for years without spoiling. Dried pasta has low moisture content, which is key to its long shelf life. Whether it's spaghetti, pasta, or fusilli, as long as it's stored in an airtight container in a cool, dry place, it can last indefinitely. It's easy to cook and pairs well with so many ingredients, making dried pasta an essential part of any stockpile that can get you through tough times. Number 12. Bouillon cubes. Next, let's talk about a food that packs a punch in a tiny package: bouillon cubes. These small but powerful flavor boosters can transform a bland meal into something comforting, and the best part? They last forever. Bouillon cubes are dehydrated, which means they're safe from spoiling as long as they're kept dry. Whether you're making a quick soup or adding some flavor to your rice, these cubes are a great way to keep meals interesting during emergencies. Lightweight, easy to store, and endlessly useful, bouillon cubes are a must-have for anyone serious about long-term food storage. Number 13. Cocoa powder. Before we move on, let's take a look at something a little indulgent. Cocoa powder. Whether you're making hot chocolate or baking brownies, cocoa powder is a treat that doesn't go bad. Thanks to its low fat content and lack of moisture, cocoa powder can last indefinitely when stored in a cool, dry place. It's not just for sweet treats either. Cocoa can add depth and flavor to savory dishes as well. So, whether you're using it for comfort or creativity in the kitchen, cocoa powder is a great item to have in your long-term stockpile. Number 14. Canned goods. Next up, let's talk about an all-time classic: canned goods. From vegetables to meats, canned foods are a reliable source of nutrition, and they can last for years, sometimes even decades. While most cans come with expiration dates, many can last far beyond that if stored in a cool, dark place. The canning process seals the food in an airtight environment, preventing spoilage and bacterial growth. Canned beans, fruits, and soups can stay fresh for a long time, making them a perfect addition to any emergency pantry. Just be sure to check for dents or bulging lids before using canned goods, and you'll have a steady, reliable food source when you need it most. Number 15. Ramen noodles. Before we dive into the next item, let's not forget a survival staple: ramen noodles. This cheap and easy meal may be a college favorite, but it's also a top contender for long-term storage. The key to its longevity is the lack of moisture. Dried noodles, when kept sealed and dry, can last for years, making ramen not just a convenient snack, but a smart addition to any stockpile. And with its lightweight packaging, you can store a lot without taking up much space. So, whether you're craving a quick meal or need a backup plan for an emergency, ramen has your back and your taste buds. Number 16. Instant coffee. Next up, let's talk about something that might be essential for some of us: instant coffee. Did you know that freeze-dried coffee can last indefinitely? When stored properly in a sealed container, instant coffee doesn't spoil, meaning you'll always have that much needed caffeine boost, even years down the road. And in a crisis, coffee can be more than a luxury. It can be a morale booster. Just add hot water, and you're set. It's a simple but powerful addition to your stockpile, making sure you're never without a cup of joe when you need it most. Number 17. Tea. Before we finish, let's take a moment to appreciate another beverage that lasts. Tea. Whether it's bagged or loose leaf, tea can be stored for years without losing its flavor or benefits. Stored in a cool, dark place, tea leaves retain their quality for the long haul. Whether you're brewing a comforting cup or using it for its health benefits, tea is another smart choice for your emergency food supply. And in tough times, a warm cup of tea can do wonders for both body and mind. Number 18. Bouillon cubes. Finally, Let's not forget bouillon cubes. These tiny, flavor-packed cubes can last indefinitely, adding depth and taste to soups, stews, and rice dishes when food options are limited. With their long shelf life and minimal storage space, bouillon cubes are the perfect way to enhance a meal during any crisis. Just add hot water, and you've got an instant broth full of flavor. They're small, lightweight, and incredibly useful, perfect for any stockpile. Storage tips. Before we wrap up, let's talk about something just as important as knowing what foods to stockpile: how to store them. Even foods with indefinite shelf lives need proper storage to stay fresh and edible for decades. First, the number one enemy of long-term food storage is moisture. Make sure to store your foods in airtight containers, like vacuum-sealed bags or Mylar bags, to keep out any humidity. Using oxygen absorbers inside the packaging can further extend the life of your stockpile by removing any excess air. Next, keep your stockpile in a cool, dry, and dark place. Light and heat can speed up degradation, so basements or pantries away from windows are ideal. And remember, even with airtight containers, it's a good idea to store items like rice, beans, and flour in food-grade buckets to protect them from pests. For canned goods, always rotate your stockpile. That means using the oldest cans first and adding new ones to the back. This ensures that nothing goes to waste and you're always ready for the unexpected. Finally, label everything. You might think you'll remember when you stored something, but over time, it's easy to forget. A simple label with the date of storage can save you a lot of guesswork down the road. So, there you have it. 15 foods that never expire, from honey and salt to dried beans, and even hard liquor. Stockpiling these essentials not only prepares you for emergencies, but also gives you peace of mind knowing that you'll always have something to rely on. By carefully choosing the right foods and storing them properly, you're building a safety net that can last for decades. Whether it's for a rainy day, a power outage, or something more serious, your stockpile is an investment in your future security. If you found this video helpful, make sure to subscribe for more tips on preparedness, survival, and smart living. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss a life-saving tip. Stay prepared, stay safe, and thanks for watching.